Peacemaker episode 5 picks up where we left off a week ago, but this episode feels like a season finale at certain points in times. It's heavy, it's weighted, it's emotionally charged. There's some great team up moments. We have a confrontation between Rick Flag Sr. and Peacemaker, a great Eagly moment, and a whole other slew of things that I kind of want to talk about now. Let's dive into episode 5 right now. So, like I said, episode 5 picks up from a week ago where we left off, with Harcourt planning to meet with Peacemaker in the park with Argus agents surrounding, waiting to bring in Chris or take him out. And we see a heart to heart moment that Chris and Amelia have. And he's basically looking for like that emotional connection that he's been looking for all season so far. And we get more references to the boat that we still have not seen that moment on camera so far. But she kind of just shuts him out, says it means nothing, and then he's like, "All right." He starts to go his separate ways, and all the Argus agents close in. And we get a moment too where we find out that Bordeaux is actually a cyborg. She has all these cybernetic kind of enhancements in her, and we find out later in the episode that it actually is like a life saving thing because she basically was dead, and they had to put in all these robotics in her to kind of save her life. But she can like measure like the precision of her shot to take out Peacemaker. But in comes Hardcore, kind of takes him out, makes him unconscious, and they bring him in to Argus for questioning. There, he's confronted by Rick Flag Sr. And Peacemaker tells him, "I'm sorry for what I did to your son. I really genuinely did not want to hurt him. I admired him, and he's a great American hero." And we all know Rick Flag Sr. is just not having it at all, and he just starts wailing on Peacemaker. At the same point in time, we see Harcourt and Economos have a conversation, and she's like, "I had to do this to save his life." And John's like, "What do you want me to do?" And she's like, "Do something to get him out." So Economos books him in the system, granting his release while they have to kind of process him and everything. Rick Flag is wailing on him when he gets the news that we have to let Peacemaker go. And then him and Bordeaux have a conversation. She's like, "Yes, we know it's a conflict of interest." And then we see some kind of like a connection and some feelings going on there. And we see those kind of amp up as the episode goes on. So Chris is kind of let out. Adrian and Adebayo pick him up, take him back to the compound. At the meantime, Red Saint Wild is hunting Eagly. And one of the more just like laugh out loud moments of this episode that I saw, that a comedically large gun. It's insane how long this thing was. Like, it was massive. It's so funny and comic, just like Looney Tunish to an extent. And he actually shoots one of the eagles. And I thought at that moment, I was like, did he just kill Eagly? Like, what the hell just happened? We find out that wasn't Eagly, and Eagly is the primal eagle, and he has a whole other just gaggle of eagles that are there, and they just start swooping in. They deal with Red Saint Wild pretty easily at that. At the same point in time, Chris is just really just down in the dumps now. He sends Adebayo and Adrian on their way. He writes a note, basically goodbye. He's going to go into the portal with Eagly into the alternate dimension and live there. And he does go in. Judah Master in pursuit follows him in there as Argus agents are now in pursuit and heading to the compound. Chris and Eagly go in there. Adebayo reads the letter, and the 11th Street kids really have to grapple with how they're going to get Chris back, what are they going to do, and that's where the episode ends. Like I said, it felt like a season finale, but I loved it, and let me know your thoughts down below. Peace.